Okay, so it's part 4 of the trailer restoration. Today's job, electrics. So I did make a start this morning. I've put one of the side markers on just to sort of see what I'm getting myself in for. And it went on reasonably well. I used an existing hole to run the cables through and then drew the lines for the bolt holes on and drew through them. So hopefully that shouldn't be too much of a problem. So we will make a start, get the rest of them installed, and then we will try and work out the loom. Okay, so this is the clear side marker installed. Got that one on the front. I'll just show you around the back. It's got these really long, really thin bolts that you have to have a 5mm spanner for. And unfortunately I do not have a 5mm spanner, so I am using a small pair of vice grips. But needs must. Got to be able to improvise, otherwise what's the point? So I've got 2 more to install down here. I'm thinking I'm going to go one in the middle here and the other one in the middle here. Now all the holes that I've currently got in the frame are 4 things, so I will need to make my own holes in the middle and then put the ones for the bolts in after. But they're in quite a nice position here because I've got this angle iron here as the frame, so the lights will sit in here and they'll be protected because they'll be recessed in, so that's quite nice for the side markers. Obviously the front markers and the rear markers don't have that, but the side markers will, so that'll be nice. Okay then, so I thought I'd just go through the process with you of what I have to do to install one of these side markers. I've done an amber one and a white one already, so I'm going to install another amber one. I'm going to install it just about here, just in the middle. Okay, and I'll take you through the process on how I do that. So, to start with, I get a little back insert that they've got. It's like a foam with a sticky back on it. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push all the holes out. And the reason I'm doing that is my plan, or what I've been doing already, is I've been using it as a template, which makes my life a lot easier when it comes to drilling all the holes out. So, as I get down here, put it roughly where we want it. Okay, and then we're going to lift it off the bottom of the rail. Okay, you don't want this sitting flush all the way down there, because if you do, it is foam, it can compress a little bit, and you might find that the light doesn't have enough room to squeeze in and you end up pinching it, or it's on at a slight angle. So when you put it on, lift it up slightly and then get your pen and you want to draw around all of your little holes. Okay, making extra sure that you don't move the foam whilst you're doing it, otherwise you're going to end up with holes in the wrong places. So once you've done that, then you've got to get the centre punch and your hammer, okay, and just mark out the bottoms of your holes. Now one thing just to remember as well when marking out holes is if you've got something like this, like a trailer frame, and you've got it on axle stands, make sure you hold it when you hit it, because if you don't hold it and you just have your centre punch and you hit the centre punch, you're going to end up sending the frame that way off of the rails, and you'll end up knocking it off and either scratching it or damaging something. So when hitting, always make sure that you have a hold of the rail. Now I tend to do it, I put 2 fingers behind the rail, I don't know if you can see, 2 fingers behind the rail, 2 fingers in front holding the centre punch. Okay, and I just hit it whilst pulling towards me at the same time. Now, in the drill at the moment, I've got a 4mm drill bit, which is the size I need for my bolts. Now, I'm going to do all 3 with the 4mm, and then I'm going to switch it to a 6 for the middle, because I need a bigger hole to send the wires through, because the wires are slightly staggered. If you can see, they come out sort of parallel to each other, they don't come out of the same hole. So just got to be wary of that, so I need a bigger hole for that, otherwise it would be a 4mm all round. Okay, again when drilling, make sure you hold the frame towards you. Okay, also helps you apply some pressure to the drill as well. So by pulling it towards you, you're one, making sure it doesn't fall off the stands, and two, it's easier to drill because you've got some pressure behind the drill. Okay, now I'm just going to switch out the drill bits. And I'm using, this is my mum's actually, I've got one mine are cordless, and I do have a really old drill, but I need to do the wiring on it, because the wiring's gone a bit doolally. But mine, if you try and drill through metal a lot, it wears the battery out quite quickly. So an electric drill, much handier for this sort of bit. So I'm just using that. Got 6mm in. Just going to bore this hole out now. And Bob's your uncle. Now we just have to get the insert. Wherever I've done that, I've put it down over here. Clean off the rail. Feed the cables through the insert, just like so. Wires through the hole. And all we've got to do is bolt it on. Sometimes getting them started, because the plastic, the hole is about the same size as the bolt, so sometimes you do just have to start them with a screwdriver just to sort of bite into the plastic a little bit before you can get it all the way through. Okay, these do have a sticky back to them, which I do plan on using, but I will be taking these off before I install them properly, because I'm going to want to paint all the holes I've just drilled, because that's exposed some bare metal, and so I just got to go around with a little brush, touch up all the holes. But that is now installed and ready to go. Okay, boys and girls, I have got the side lights all put on, so I'll show you them now. Okay, 2 at the front, and then 2 down this side, and 1 at the rear. Now on the other side, another 1, and 2 in exactly the same position as on this side. So now I've just got to wire them up, which shouldn't take too long. I am, however, very cautious in that the sky over there is looking very dark, like it's about to chuck it down. So I may just cut my losses right now, pack everything away before it rains, and that way I haven't got to worry about my tools and stuff getting wet. And I'll reevaluate in the morning. I know the weather forecast for tomorrow is supposed to be good, so I might just do that. And yes, I'll probably do that. But made some progress today, which is good, and we'll go from there. Okay, so that is going to be it for now, as just after I made that last clip, it started absolutely like thundering and raining and lightning. One of the loudest bits of thunder I've ever heard. It sounded like an explosion, I'm not going to lie. So I've packed up and I will start again tomorrow, and hopefully finish off the wiring, get the axles on, flip it over, get the sides on, make a start on the bed. Fingers crossed. See you tomorrow.
I think the white ones might be a little bit bright, but yeah. Although, that being said, I don't know how much power gets given to them. I don't know if it's a full 12 volts or not. I'm running it off a 12 volt battery. If that's the case, these side marker ones are a little bit shitty. The red ones are good, the white ones are good. I don't know about these amber ones. We'll see.